Hello there, this is Cookies. I have turn 45 of MA Naba, and we've done a little bit more site searching. Still coming up empty, but we're trying. We did summon some Hin, we got a second Gula. We don't want to overspend on Gula, since we do have blood mages we can get, and Gula do cost upkeep. So, that's the thing, I guess. We do have a few fights this turn, and it's going after Eterol. All of the Wilds against 1 PD. Wolves are reasonably effective. They outnumber their enemies like that. In Villaveros, now we see Pyrene going after a throne. So this is a large number of shadows, ethereal shades. They still strength attack that applies a this debuff. Shades have a paralyze effect. These shade beasts are reanimating bite. There's a handful of heavy cavalry, a militia, and some light cavalry. There's this lady with a gossamer cloth, which I would love to get this gossamer cloth. And a storm spool, a bunch of death gems. She's unfortunately also 30 morale. Can't seduce her. She's got Veil Army 25 as well. Would have been really nice to get this lady. She's got Power of Death, Reanimation, Corpse Crafter, a lot of cool stuff, and she's Death 9. There is if I had Charm at this point, I would have loved to run in here and try to charm her. But alas, I don't think I have Charm yet. I'll double check after this fight. I imagine Pyrene would have been upset if I ran in there and charmed her. But I'd given away the throne still. I imagine he'd still be upset, but still take the throne. I did promise him this throne as part of our border settlements from expansion. So he's got a long line of Emerald Knights. We'll have to see how they do. There's not a lot of hacker belts here for buffing. We're doing some Wooden Warriors and Blood Rain. Now, Blood Rain isn't going to do a whole lot to this throne. Lady's morale 30. All of this stuff isn't going to care. It might impact heavy cavalry, light cavalry, and militia badly. This guy's also morale 25. Death gems. He's not going to care much. Nevertheless, Blood Rain goes up. Have the Wooden Warriors come down, so now these guys are 19 protection. These knights in the middle are 20. Maybe I should find the 24 when they get Wooden Warriors. Otherwise, they have 21 protection. You can see some Skelly spam come down. He's only got access to Raise Dead. You can imagine if they both had Horde of Skeletons, it would be pretty bad. Brought a few Holy Ones in his Prophet to help out, so he's getting some decent banishment. Wasn't really an attack rear squad, though, to go get this lady. The other guy. But not looking good when your whole front line is paralyzed and a lot of the riders are dead. Trying to wrap the flanks as well. The banishments are really solid, though. He's been getting a lot of kills with that. Look at this wrap around the AI is doing. speed it up a little bit. Long Dead and Soulless filtering in to try and help finish things. They can't actually kill the Mouflon. It's kind of hilarious. Go get him. Alright. Cool. Let's see. That was Villaveros. So Pyrene takes a pretty hefty defeat here. Loses 74 Emerald Knights, 26 Swordsmen, and an Archer. Loses 101. Kills about half of the throne garrison, but that's a lot of sacreds to lose. That's 70 times 74. So over 5,000 gold worth of sacreds, in addition to all these swordsmen. So yeah, very hefty defeat. Like, he was a little bit worried that people would attack him right after that, but no one seemed to notice. I think I kind of need him to be the bad guy for a little bit between him, Sakane, and Zan. So we'll see how that works out. In terms of the Forest of Pine, we have Asphodel with this combined raiding party. They're running into a bunch of barbarians now. They almost got in on the leader. They might. What a snipe. One more back here. This is going to be a lot of draconian attrition. Maybe? Well, they're doing better than I thought they would. Venomous bite. Oh, it's just a weak point. Okay. And they killed the leader right as everything was already running. Alright. So loses a little bit of stuff, but nothing much. Only 2 draconians, which I'm surprised by, given how they jumped in there. And then Vanderlog storms Hubberton. So number of these Gandharvas and Tiger Riders and Saras. I don't think he's really changed the formation. There's whatever mages are left trapped in this fort from the previous battle. Number of Hellspawn, Clockworks, just Fire Drakes, whatever he could summon over the end turn is mostly what's making up this garrison. 1 second. Okay, and I'm back. Sorry about that. So you see a good deal of Soul Slay coming in, especially on the Drakes. For the units, he needs to do a lot of damage. They've got Drake Fire that'll punch right through the resistance. Once again, 5 fire resist. But all these ethereal Tiger Riders, they're already past the walls. This is going to look like a wipe. So, another disaster for Abyssia. And this time all the mages get caught. So he's down 1, 2, 3, 4, 10 mages. A whole bunch of summons. Gems, Summer Lions even. Hellspawns, Fire Drakes aren't cheap. So, and only killed 7 Tiger Riders and Sara. So, Banderlog's got some momentum. Now, I don't really want Banderlog to survive. They have a True Sight Bless, they have a Magic Weapons Bless, they have a Fire Resistant Bless. I kind of need them to just go away. no offense to Bandarlog, so they're kind of pretty set up to fight me too. So I'm gonna go ahead and try and put the nail in their coffin. We get a bunch of water gems and blue dragon scale mail, which is nice. This fortune event, just what we needed. And one of our scouts gets patrolled out. So with this, Huberton is open. So that means we can intervene. So we've brought out our troops from the Cavern of Tog. We've got our army that we've gathered here. We've got our camels that we've gathered in Nace. And we're gonna go ahead and hit Huberton. Now these two are stealthing in, so kind of ignore them from your mind. But we've got 4 groups of camels to catch flankers and attack rear. We have a big block of archers in the center, 2 large groups of Jan guard, hold and attack closest. I think about 12 Mukrib doing a bunch of body ethereal and then setting up a communion where they can do what they want. A number of these hermits here doing evocations, so and buffs. So the glamour ones are doing group luck, illusory army, and slumber. The fire ones are doing phoenix power, smokeless flame. This Sahir is doing the gift of furies. This Sahir is also doing gift of furies and smokeless flame. This one's doing Legions of Steel, which I believe affects the whole army, gives them a little bit of a prop bonus. He's also doing Curse of Stones, Personal Iron Skin, and Earth Meld. So this is my heavy hitting mage. Got 10 Earth Gems. Gonna do work. And we have a couple of air mages. We're gonna do some lightning bolts, orb lightning, and then an air elemental towards the end of their script. So after a lot of contact is made is when I want these air elementals to land and start disrupting. So I'm not anticipating any like winds of death or anything crazy from or bone grinding from the Stimmy-Lich. I'm a little bit worried about bone grinding, but I'm not. He doesn't know I'm attacking, so I'm not expecting it yet. So I'm not gonna protect against stuff like that. So this is mostly about protecting against gem burning too. So yep. So we've got a fairly large army here, about 229. Now we saw here there's about 130 troops for Bandar. He might have had some new ones just move in. 150 sounds completely plausible. But I think this is enough to take on the Bandar army. Got a lot of mage support here. Additionally, I have reinforcements coming in, more Janguard, many more Mukrib. We've got our Quarry. I was waffling on sending in the Shaitan. So I've got a couple of them kitted out. I was really thinking about it. But I also didn't want to reveal Shaitan and then have that blasted to the world. At least over Bandar Log. Maybe if I'm fighting Abyssia or someone else, be okay with that knowledge getting out finally. But not yet. I'd like to get some more Shaitan and expand the blood economy more. Yeah, we have a number of mages coming in, a number of additional sacreds, some draconians for siege chaff, a whole bunch of stuff. So yeah, that's what we're working with. Making some spider amulets. I was under. So I remembered that assassins can't just go across walls anymore. I was under the assumption that maybe that applied to like Shaitan Quarry, but it turns out they have flying, so they don't need stuff like spider amulets. And the reason why I thought they might need that stuff is they don't have the scale walls tag, which you get from the spider amulet. So you can see scale walls here. So it's missing on the base model because they're flying. So I assume that they couldn't scale walls because I thought I remembered that in Dominions 5 where they had that icon, the scale walls icon. But it turns out they don't need it. They fly, so they'll go right over the walls. So that works out. I'm not going to find that out for a few turns though. So I'm going to keep making these spider amulets. They're still useful because they provide a lot of poison resist. So that's still something that could be handy, especially they're moving into trying to assassinate someone like a guru, and guru has nature gems. It does some sort of swarm. Having that spider amulet will essentially make the swarm useless. Hopefully the Shaitan can burn through them all with its fire shield and then go kill the mage. So we're also getting some hin. That's to flesh out bodyguards for our blood hunting. What's nice about these garnets is they fit really well into the national lineup. They come with 15 fire resist. I'm not sure why these humans get so much fire resistance. But they do. So they do just fine with hin and bodyguards. The hin a heat aura, so you want to be careful with them. Other than that, we're continuing to expand blood hunting in a stealthy fashion. Blood hunting up here. You can see it's 87 troops, but it's less than the 100 Veil army. And that's been true this whole time over all these different places I'm blood hunting. Trying to keep it stealthy. I haven't heard anything from anyone that I've got Shaitan already, so seems alright. Making another fire in the jar. Got 2 Shaitan down here. Not getting a new one this turn. Hopefully soon. Especially as we ramp up this blood hunting. And yeah, I think it for this turn. Hopefully next turn's pretty entertaining. Try to take on this now much reduced Bandar army. And try to put Bandar down, and we'll decide what to do from there. So have a good one. I'll see you next time. 46. Later.